Good evening, everyone. Today we are going to record a video for our second video. For LAX2049, I've got news for you. We are from Group 16. And let's introduce ourselves first. My name is Lo Yuqi and my matric number is 194079.
My name is Chua Jing Sing, 192226.
I'm Xia Yurong, entry number 194636.
My name is Lam Gayan, my metric number is 188995.
My name is Ang Guang Chen and my metric number is 188720.
My name is Jin Wen Jie, my metric number is 194633.
My name is Roger Hui and my metric number is 192651.
Please.
Your name is...
Okay, actually, this is my friend, Bang Kok Wai. His metric number is 194634.
Okay.
As mentioned in the last video, we are going to discuss about one of our section, health, and let's start our discussion.
So, although we didn't mention in the last video, but after that we did tell everyone to prepare a news to be put into our newspaper. So everyone has got their news and we'll present it out, and then later we'll choose the most two of the most suitable one to be put in our newspaper. So who wants to start? Who feels very exciting about the news they're going to present?
Okay, I start first.
Okay.
And I talk about the health is about the teenagers nowadays is use the technology device, and this when they use their handphone or play the laptop, and it will get the poor postures to their back, and it will cause the health conditions when they continuously using the technology devices. It will resulting in neck, shoulder, and lower back health conditions. And I have some suggestions for this to overcome these problems. When they hold their phones, they must away their eyes about 14 to 16 inches. And the eyes level and the head must upright, and their shoulder must in the neutral and relaxed positions. Any suggestion for the health?
Where do you get this article from?
This article is get from the Star Tools online.
For me, I have read up and count out one health news regarding the children obesity, which in the article have mentioned that why the children is getting the problem obesity, and also according to the public health, England figure out why the children are getting obese and some the way to overcome the this problem. I read out from this news is from BBC News, so I will suggest for this news for everyone. What is your opinion, Wenjie?
No opinion, just I follow the news. Okay. Yeah, my news is with the title Malaysia ranks as the first in best healthcare in world category of retirement index. So just this news is just introduce about our Malaysia health system. Yeah, and then first I introduce about this news is from the Free Malaysia Today news with the short form FMT. Yeah, this is a news website of Malaysia which found in 2009. Okay, this is not important. Okay, from this news is talk about like Malaysia has scored as 95 out of 100 in the marks, and Malaysia is awarded as the first in best healthcare in world category of yeah, the name is like this 2019 International Living Annual Global Retirement Index. So this is like a award for Malaysia, and in Malaysia there are 13 hospitals accredited by the Joint Commission International. JCI is a international committee, and almost all doctors were from Malaysia are fluent in English because they are study from overseas, such as United Kingdom, US or Australia. So it's easy to communicate even for the people from overseas. They come from overseas. Then if they come to Malaysia, then maybe they want to meet the doctor. This easy for them to communicate with the doctor or maybe the medical staff. And there are a lot of private and public hospital in Malaysia, so there are a lot of choice. But private hospital is more, although private hospital is more expensive, but the private hospital is more up to the Western standard. Yeah, which means that maybe
They have better quality of service.
yeah, maybe have better equipment to treat the patients. And also there are a lot of pharmacists or medical staff are well trained in Malaysia also. That's the news that I found.
Okay. For me, I found an article on dengue. Because in Malaysia, dengue is quite common, right? Even me myself, I've gotten dengue before. So this news is about. This news happened in the Philippines, where the Philippines government revoked the registration of dengue vaccination, and this is the first case in the world. And the reason they revoked it is because that after injection of the vaccine, there are reported deaths, and after investigation, it shows that those who received the vaccine with the name Dengvaxia are prone to more easily get infected by dengue instead of preventing it, and which is why they decided that the vaccines should be revoked. They should revoke the vaccines registration, and at the same time, the statistic states that before they revoked the registration, the vaccine has already been given to 830,000 children in the Philippines, which they used the new drug from April 2016 to December 2017. And however, from the UN body, there is one possible explanation that why this happens is that that vaccine called Dengvaxia is probably works better on people who once had been infected by dengue instead of those who haven't. So and the World Health Organization is currently still doing investigations, and they say it is better that this vaccine is given to those who have already been infected by dengue instead of those who haven't.
Okay, so I found online news, and it's written by Roberta Alexander on February 23, 2019. So the article title is "Can Your Spinal Column Actually Think?" It's from Helpline, the website name. Okay, so it's about spinal column, as the title say. So because actually of our actions and the decision is made by our brain, right? So this research found that actually spinal column is able to process some information also besides brain. So actually the researchers found that this research can actually help people with disability by using some exoskeleton and robotics. So, but this research is still under investigation. So we hope that this research can actually succeed so that it can help other disability people. So basically, it is about the research, like the result of the research.
I would like to share news about cholesterol. We should know our cholesterol like we know our pin code because this can save our life. Cholesterol can cause heart attack and stroke. And cardiovascular disease is one of the common deaths in England. This is caused by high blood pressure and high cholesterol. This means every 4 minutes there's someone dying. Poor heart health can lead to heart failure and kidney disease. Cholesterol is something carried in blood by protein. It can build up artery walls, restrict blood flow to heart and brain and the rest of the body. And then blood pressure is recorded using two numbers. There is systolic pressure and diastolic pressure. So in order to keep our good health, we should stop smoking, eat healthy, and drink at safe level. And this news I get it from BBC website.
Alright, so I have some suggestions for the health. Mental illness is some very serious problem right now. So I found this news on the Star Online. You can see here.
I cannot.
Okay. It says that poetry just the tonic for mental illness. So means that poetry is very important for us. Like it can heal our mental illness if you have something like the problem. First of all, poetry, it states that the poetry is like a diary. It allows people to write down what's bothering them so that they can be free from the problem. Like they can express their feelings that they couldn't tell people. And then it also say that people that have a very little confidence, by studying poetry, they will open up about the things they couldn't before, and then they feel more confident, and then they wouldn't have so much high percentage in experiencing the mental illness. Okay, and then what's more is that I've do some research for this newspaper news, and then according to this, poetry, it turns out that it helps us by expressing our creativity. So I mean, we people need some creative expression in daily life. Like it's not only through the poetry. Sometimes we through music or writing or coloring, something like that. And then all form of creative expression is categorized as visual art therapy. Okay, so it helps us to face the monster in you, and then you can conquer it, and then the mental illness will be solved. Right? What about you?
I got a news from the Star Malaysia about the awareness of the rise in dengue cases. It is reported in People on the 5th of February 2019. Dengue cases are expected to increase this year due to the changes in weather and strains, said by the Deputy Health Minister Dr. Lee Boon Chye. He also said that the increase was also because of the lack of immunity to the changes in the dengue virus type among Malaysians. There are altogether 4 types of dengue strains, which are type 1 until type 4, and this will rotate. And speaking to reporters after launching an anti-Aedes mosquito campaign at the Green Town Health Clinic, Dr. Lee said that with such changes, the people did not have the immunity and it will lead to more cases and also will increase the mortality rate. And more awareness on dengue must be created in order to educate the people about how to avoid themselves to suffer from the dengue. And there will also be teams using the website to kill the pest. The dengue outbreak was expected to peak between December and February because during this period of time the weather is very cold and it is quite suitable for the mosquito to breed themselves. And we need the involvement of the people, which is important to ensure the cleanliness in the surroundings of their homes. The outbreak was first started near the Thailand and the Kedah border because many people suffer from dengue. Mainly because when they travel to Hat Yai, it's a place in Thailand. But the outbreak is not under control. That's all for my news. And so now we need to vote for two of the news to include in our sections. What's your opinion?
I choose Guangzhou's dengue vaccination news because I think it's very important for us to know that kind of news. It affects our life. Yeah.
I choose Chua Jing Point 3 to cure the mental illness. I think very good.
Okay.
I will choose G16 mental illness also because nowadays many people suffer from mental illness or mental problems, and children obesity. Yeah, I will choose that one.
I have two votes too. One is on the poetry to cure your mental illness, and another one is that on the electronics, the news instruments, because these two is more relatable to us.
In my opinion, first I vote for poetry kill mental illness. Yeah, because how to say, because I think this news is quite interesting, and then I just agree with the point. Then another one I vote for myself.
Okay.
Because just because the news make me proud of my country. Okay, that's all.
For me, I chose ginseng news.
Why?
You
No.
skipping me?
I chose ginseng news. It is the poetry kill mental illness, and the other one is I chose for myself the health conditions when using electronic device.
For me, I will choose Guangzhou State the news regarding the dengue fever, because this problem is regarding us, relate our daily life. So I will choose that. Another also is ginseng news. I feel quite interested the news.
I would like to vote for Jianhui news about electronic gadgets because many teenagers cannot keep their eyes off their handphones for more than 30 minutes unless they are sleeping, bumping, or eating. And next, I would like to vote for Jingsing Poetry Mental Illness because it's very interesting.
Okay.
So the votes is the poetry and electronic gadgets. Okay, so we decided the news for the health section. So next week we will discuss
About the sports.
So make sure prepare for the news. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.